of the day. You can contact us on the Viewpoint line by calling 875-1490. The opinions expressed by our callers and guests do not necessarily reflect those of the management and staff of AM 1490 WHBV. And now, here's today's Viewpoint.
And good morning and welcome into the Wednesday morning Viewpoint, and I'm in the process of trying to hold on. I've got to turn the turn this other volume on. There were a couple of problems this morning. Well, to make a long story short, my computer went out on me, so I'm on my cell phone this morning. And every once in a while, I will have what I call, there you go. I will call, every once in a while, I will have a learning curve with something like this. Now, okay, sorry, but nope. I'll tell you what, let me do this. Let me take a quick break. And then when I come back, we'll get into some of, there's a lot of stuff going on I need to share with you this morning. But let me get this done. We'll be back with more right after this. I had no worry. Choose the right contractor from the renovation, restoration, or home building project. Next, each job, renovation. I think in all phases, home repair and remodel. Between 1935. Just for the so you can do something from PA. Anytime for you, I'm doing it. That's for health of their patient. The fact that I ADM operates the 334-801-9952 online at Alabama Vascular Specialist.com. 1490 WHBB. Good morning on this Wednesday morning. I may have a problem with the YouTube feed this morning, and so I'm not going to tarry with that. Again, my computer went out on me. As I've said to you, this has been my season for mechanical problems. So, everything mechanical and electronic and digitized, I've just been having some real issues with, but that's okay. I go through that every once in a while. I'll tell you what, we're going to switch gears to, no, in our business, what do we say? The show must go on. and with that being said, I think I have on the line with me State Senator Robert Stewart. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you hear me clearly?
Oh man, yes, sir. Hear you loud and clear. Now that's working this morning, fortunately. How you doing this morning?
Well, we just love technology.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm worried about artificial intelligence. I don't think it's gonna, maybe they'll do all right in these car factories, but that's about it in the farms. That's about as far as I want to trust AI.
we need to make sure AI doesn't take our jobs. And so we got to work on policy. That's what we're working on policy for the taking workforce. That's really important.
Hey, look, Alabama always gets a bad rep, and now any other time, if Governor Ivey last night had made some disparaging remark about race, it would have been front page news all over the nation. But last night, the first time in my memory, recent memory, that a Caucasian female governor called an African American state senator a brother from another mother and said he was family. What do you think about that, Senator?
We've been here together for a long time. And so we're not going anywhere. So we might as well embrace each other. That's what I say.
And so that's just a real good example. I think that goes to show you how far we've come as a state, to me, it suggests how bright our future is. There's so many of us. All we like to do is we get bogged down in the negative. Some of us still back in the '60s.
Yeah, we have worked together. I know we have our issues in government and with partisan politics, but there have been times where we have worked together, and it's been a good. Well, there's have been challenges. This first term, this quadrennium, these 4 years, but at the end of the day, we all want what's best for Alabama, and so we try to put aside our differences as much as we can to get things done. So I'm proud of the work that we've done.
Well, and that being said, you've got an important, you've got a double whammy coming up on tomorrow. You've got a criminal justice mass meeting, but explain to us what this wiring clinic is that starts at 4 o'clock from 4 until, is it 4 to 6 or 4 to 7?
It is 4 to 7. And so we had this last year. Last year we kicked off our Silver 60 celebration, as well as Martin Luther King weekend that Thursday, to sort of work for the community. We wanted to address criminal justice issues, because we have to have community-based solutions that address people who are rented, families. So we as constantly trying to find ways on how do we meet people where they are. There is a stigma of going to the courthouse, and you might think that you're not even committed a crime. Then courthouse, you may be like, you have to strip down, you have to pay all your stuff out of your pockets, and everybody's secured. I'm not against it, but at the same time, we have to modernize the way that people view our court system and how we modernize our hospitals, right? So we more critical a way to people to meet people where they are. Let's have court in the community. We get to see a judge, and we get to address you might have an outstanding warrant. A lot of people are not needed around a lot. Might not get a letter in the mail that they have a warrant